big headline to start. Google is turning Chrome into more of an autopilot. They rolled out an auto browse agent, a Gemini-powered side panel, and image tools inside the browser.
Right. It's initially for paid AI Pro and AI Ultra subscribers and can do multi-step web tasks like researching hotels, filling forms, and managing subscriptions. Google says there are guardrails and stage limits during the rollout.
That sounds very convenient, but also a little spooky. How autonomous is Auto Browse really?
It's less HAL and more helpful in turn. It can navigate sites, click buttons, and complete workflows you ask for, but Google is limiting actions and access to sensitive sites. Think repetitive chores, not signing off on contracts.
And the side panel, is that just chat, or does it play across tabs?
It's a persistent assistant that keeps context across tabs, so you can summarize product reviews, compare options, or edit images with Nano Banana without switching away. Google positions it as productivity first, multitasking without tab chaos.
Any privacy or security red flags we should be calling out?
The usual ones. Granting an agent ability to interact with web pages increases risk surface, credential handling, unintended purchases, data exfiltration. Google's staged availability and limits are meaningful, but users should audit permissions and keep two-factor safeguards on important accounts.
So, very useful, but used with caution. Got it. Switching gears, Tesla posted a second straight annual decline in 2025. Sales and profits fell, yet the stock stayed near record highs because investors are focusing on AI and robotics bets.
Exactly. Vehicle sales dropped around 8.6%, and more than half of the profit came from emissions credits. The leadership argues this is a transition from hardware first to a physical AI company centered on self-driving and Optimus robots.
Investors seem to be valuing the future promise more than current fundamentals. Is that a rational playbook here?
It's a classic growth story trade-off. Wall Street is willing to look past near-term margins if the company can dominate high-value markets later, autonomous fleets, robotics, AI services. But delivering on those promises is capital and timeline intensive, and competition is fierce, especially from Chinese EV makers.
What are the main risks that could trip this pivot up?
Execution and regulation top the list. Competitive pressure on prices and features, global policy swings, and the technical challenge of reliable, full self-driving are massive hurdles. Also, reliance on credit sales and one-off items to prop earnings isn't sustainable.
So optimism is priced in, but there are real bumps ahead. On to semiconductors. China has approved its first batch of Nvidia H200 AI GPUs for major internet firms. Markets rallying on the news.
That's correct. Reports indicate several 100,000 H200 units were approved after high-level engagement, and Beijing is accepting further applications. Though the top-of-the-line B200 remains restricted, H200 access is a meaningful step.
How should we interpret this from a geopolitical and industry perspective?
It's a balancing act. China needs cutting-edge accelerators for AI development, but also wants to nurture domestic chip makers. Allowing vetted imports supports near-term AI demand, while the government advances self-reliance. For Nvidia and TSMC, the demand surge cements their central role. Nvidia's orders are reshaping foundry economics.
Does this change the competitive landscape for Chinese AI chip makers?
It raises the bar. Domestic players get a clear signal to accelerate their roadmap, but catching up to Nvidia's architecture and software ecosystem is non-trivial. Short-term, Chinese cloud and internet firms get more horsepower. Long-term, expect continued investment in local designs.
Short-term boost, long-term strategic game.
Nice.
Apple launched Creator Studio, a $12.99 a month bundle with Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro for iPad, and more, plus new AI-driven features.
Yes, it consolidates Pro apps into a single subscription, adds intelligence features like transcription and visual search in Final Cut, AI session players in Logic, and Pixelmator Pro optimized for Apple Pencil on newer iPads. Some iPad versions become subscription first for new customers.
That's a competitive move against Adobe and others. Is the pricing compelling for creators?
For many creators, yes. Individually, these apps are pricey. The bundle is good value if you use several tools. But Apple's shift to subscription-only features on iPad could frustrate buyers who prefer one-time purchases.
Any gotchas for professionals considering the switch?
Check feature parity and platform needs. Some intelligence features require Apple Silicon or recent iPad chips. Also, the one-size-fits-all subscription might not suit someone who only needs one app. Still, the AI features are a big productivity lift for editors and musicians.
So solid value if you're in the ecosystem and want AI boosts. Last item, a leak shows Android 16 running a desktop-like interface codenamed Aluminium OS. The recordings came from a bug report and show windowed apps, a taskbar, and Play Store access.
The leaked footage suggests a blend of Chrome OS and Android UI. Android-style bottom taskbar, a top status bar, resizable windows, split screen, and a desktop-style Chrome with an extensions button. Google hasn't commented.
If true, is this the long-rumored merge of Android and Chrome OS or something different?
It's consistent with a closer integration. It mirrors Samsung DeX concepts and would make Android more viable on laptops and certain Chromebooks. For developers, it means rethinking responsive UI. For users, more flexibility.
Any risks or reasons to be cautious about reading too much into a leak?
Leaks show work in progress. Features may change or never ship. Also, fragmentation could increase if different devices support different desktop capabilities. Still, it signals Google is actively exploring Android's PC future.
Thanks. Exciting times across browsers, chips, cars, and creative tools. I'll update my to-do list and my GPU list accordingly.
And I'll start training my browser to be my assistant, but not yet my robot chauffeur. The preceding audio summary was created at jesterengine.com, where you can find and verify the original sources.